Hey Taurus, it's Rose from Sacred Waters Tarot, here to bring you your timeless reading for the month of May 2025 for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Anywhere you have strong Taurus placements, and of course my cross watchers, you are welcome here. Please keep in mind, guys, this is a general reading for the sign of Taurus. Not everything will make sense to all of you and won't resonate with all of you. Only take what resonates and leave the rest for somebody else and go on about the reading. With that being said, this video has found you. Welcome to my channel. Please consider subscribing. Please like, please share with a loved one. Comment below, guys. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know how this resonates with you and your situation. And if you do not want to comment based on personal reasons, I totally understand. Please consider leaving me your favorite emoji. Okay, guys, in the comment section, I'll pin to the top all the information to book a personal reading with me, and I would love to read for you and hear from you. And let's get into your reading. My Tauruses, my Taurus babies, my Earth babies, my Emperors, my Empresses. Taurus is a very special sign to me. If you guys watch my channel, you know that my maternal grandmother, who was like my mother, was a Taurus. She was actually an Aries-Taurus cusp, but she was very much the Empress of my life. And I know she's here with me in spirit, so shout out to my grandma. Love you, Grandma. Miss you. I hope you guys are doing well. Guys, I took a little hiatus, and now I'm back. I hope this full moon in Scorpio, whenever you listen to this video, the messages will apply at that time. But right now, we're in the Scorpio full moon stage. And I wasn't expecting to feel this way with a Scorpio full moon, but I feel, I feel liberated. I feel great. I feel ready to go. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments how you feel with the Scorpio full moon. I absolutely love Scorpio, and I love full moons. I love full moons. I love every phase of the moon, of course. I'm a Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising. All right, guys, let's get into your reading. My Taurus babies. Let's see what's going on in Taurus land. My Taurus little Earth babies. Let's see what's going on for the collective of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and cross watchers are welcome. Let's get into your reading, guys. Spirit, what are the messages for my beautiful Taurus? Okay, let's see what's going on in Taurus land. So the recent past regarding your energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy doesn't have to be. It looks like you were not speaking to someone. Not only were you not speaking to someone, you like ignoring them completely. Maybe you blocked them, maybe you're just ignoring them and scrolling through your feed. You're just, scrolling. Or maybe messages that were coming through, you're just ignoring them, putting them left unread. But you and this other person are thinking about each other. And it's almost like simultaneously that you're thinking about each other. There's something that you guys need to discuss, but you really don't know, or you can't really see how this is gonna take place, because the situation is something that I feel has been brewing between the two of you. Now, this could be a parent, this could be a child, this could be a current partner, it can be a friend, it could be anyone right now at this point, but it's strong air placements right now. That could be your placements. Check out your other placements. You could have strong air in your chart. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, it doesn't have to be. But it speaks of like a time out of not speaking to somebody, even though you guys are kind of like thinking about each other at the same time, And yeah, I feel like there's something that really needs to be discussed. I'm sure it's been discussed before, but you guys are like now, I know about me, I'm feeling way different just in these last few days than I felt for months and months and months. And I think that's part of the collective too. There's like a huge weight being lifted off of all of us. I feel it. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising. I also have air in my chart too. And I have Aquarius Moon and Gemini in my Venus. So yeah, let's get into reading and see what else is going on here, because there's definitely something that needs to be addressed. There's definitely something that you're avoiding, or you guys are both avoiding each other. Okay, but it's something that needs to be addressed, and you both know it. So let's see. The King of Cups in reverse, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. This could be the person that you're avoiding. It can be female, it can be male. It could be a female if she operates more in her masculine energy, more of her alpha energy, or it could be a male as well. Right now it's gender fluid because I'm not picking up, because it's a general reading, I'm not picking up a male or female for sure yet, but I will let you know. So the King of Cups in reverse, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, they can be quite delusional. They can be quite self-serving and self-sabotaging when they're in their negative energy. It also can be that, this is the person that you're not speaking to, and maybe they're trying to get a hold of you, and you're not, they're blocked. So, or they're just being ignored. Maybe this person isn't willing to tell you how they feel right now about you, and vice versa. There's been something. I feel like it was like a misunderstanding. I really do. Maybe you caught this person off guard when you asked them a question, or maybe they caught you off guard when you asked them a question. But it's something that needs to be said between the two of you, for sure. Four of Swords in reverse. I think Spirit is saying, and I think you know this, Taurus. Spirit is saying, not yet. You need to really explore this situation without hearing from this person, and without this person hearing from you. Now, if you have to see this person, if you work together, if you live together, if you have kids together but you're not together, any kind of that scenario, like I said, it can be a family member, it can be a friend. I feel like avoiding the situation right now is not such a bad idea, because I feel like it was a huge misunderstanding. Okay, and this person might have read you wrong. So now you're like, if I come at them again, are they still going to get the wrong idea, because they're not really understanding what I'm trying to say? So you could also be finding yourself in the future, which Aries got this too, about meditation, but this is even more deeper meditation. This is really like a need for time out, a need for a lot of rest, a lot of seclusion, and a lot of inner work. Depending on who this person is to you, this person is important to you, I see. Okay, I could tell. But I think this person takes things the wrong way for whatever reason. We will get into it, Taurus. We always do. Judgment. Strong Scorpio energy here. This person can be a Scorpio, doesn't have to be, but I'm getting strong Scorpio energy here, especially with the Judgment card. I feel like you're waiting for an answer from Spirit, Taurus. And you know what? That's what I always do. When I'm meditating on something, when I'm praying on something, I ask Spirit to give me a sign that they've heard my prayers, that they've heard my request. And they give me a sign. Not only do they give me a sign, they give me a message with the sign. And I love that you're like this, Taurus. I love that you're doing this, because I feel like you're gonna get a message very soon. It's gonna be from the divine, though. And the divine is going to tell you exactly where you stand with this person and how you should move forward. Because right now you guys are not in communication. If you are in communication, I think it's very, very minimal. Okay? So if you haven't blocked this person hasn't blocked you, you guys are leaving each other unread. Okay? So let's see what else is going on. Let's go back like I always do, my beautiful little Taurians, and see what this is. What is not being said, or what needs to be reiterated? No equal give and take. Taurus, you feel like this person, gave more to maybe a third party than they gave to you, or it doesn't have to be a third party, depending on who this person is to you, romantic or not. It's like and I'm getting strong Libra, and I wanted to say Libra before, and I think I did, but I really wanted to emphasize Libra. Okay? Not necessarily this person's a Libra, because I feel like this person's more of a water sign, definitely strong Scorpio energy, doesn't have to be. But Libra is all about being liberated and, good karma and the truth. And the Judgment card, even though it's Scorpio, it's very similar to the Justice card. Like waiting for the divine to step in and kind of like lead your way, With the Six of Pentacles in reverse, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, you could very well feel like this person was not contributing energetically or monetarily to the relationship. Whatever. Now, this is a business partner or a best friend. Maybe you guys, go out to dinner a lot and you guys split the bill, or sometimes one of you gets the bill one time. But I don't think it's something like that. That's really not important, unless the person repeatedly does it, and then they're just an opportunist. But I feel like this has to do more with energy, you know, and with responsibilities as far as you and this other person are concerned, like what this person needs from you and what you need from this person. So this can be a current partner that you're on, or like a kind of, even if you're married, you know, you could be, you know, avoiding the topic. But I feel like this is more like an estranged energy, you know. Um, so I feel like there was no equal give and take. That's how you strongly feel. You're probably right, Taurus. You're probably right, you know, because you're earthy and grounded, Taurus, you know. And I think that you're feeling like, you know, I gave too much, you know, I was an overgiver, and this person kind of took me for granted, you know. That can happen. Maybe they didn't realize they did it. Maybe they did. But also with this Judgment card here and this full moon in Scorpio could have shed light on this. Now I know I felt the full moon energy days before today. Uh, I think it was like even I started to feel the energy on Wednesday. Actually, Thursday is really when it hit me the most. I started to feel the energy of the Scorpio full moon. Um, that could be where the Judgment card is here. You know, you're feeling this. You've been feeling it. You know, and now in the future position, you're taking extra time out to really sort things out. Um, let's see what else is going on here, Taurus. What was the non-equal give and take here? What were you giving too much of yourself about, Taurus? Or your time? Three of Wands in the reverse. Strong fire energy doesn't have to be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Could have been. This is what I'm getting. The beginning of Aries season. I just did Aries video too. Aries season around the beginning of April, right? There was something that was dissolved between the two of you. A plan that you had for the future for the both of you was dissolved. It could have been due to a third party interference, Taurus. Okay? So for many of you, this is romantic. Maybe this is someone that you had a long-term partnership with, and their ex was somehow kept, you know, getting in the mix, especially if they have children with them or something like that. And whatever you guys were planning for the future, you almost walked into that new blessing, but then it was like completely taken out. So I feel like you pulled away because of a third party situation, but you almost had something happen. Like I think this was something that you were really hoping to have with this Scorpio energy here. It doesn't have to be. It can be Cancer. It can be Cancer or Pisces, or they can have in their moon. You have to check their other placements, their rising, their Venus. You know, check their other placements. So let's just dive in deeper here. Who is this King of Cups energy? Spirit has your, you know, Spirit is, I think, really working with you here. And I think that they're helping you in this time of deep thought and deep meditation. You know, the Magician reverse. Yeah, this person is very manipulative. This person is very, very manipulative. But this could also be the third party who manipulates and pulls on this person's energy. I just take water. I'm going to drink water. I'm tired. I just got really tired all of a sudden. I just got really thirsty. So let me know if you guys are tired and thirsty, because I am. Okay, so strong sign of Virgo, strong sign of Aquarius. So we have Scorpio strong, we have Virgo strong, we have Aquarius strong. We have some air, and we have a little bit of fire, and we have some earth. So all the elements are here. But the ones that are sticking out to me more are the Scorpio and Virgo. It's either this person who's being manipulated by a third party, okay, or they're being, because this person's in the negative, they're being very manipulative and controlling and trying to confuse you about what it is they did wrong. They're trying to confuse you about what you know is right and what you know is wrong, Taurus. And Taurus, you're like, no, I'm sorry, but I see things for how they are. I'm very grounded in reality, and this is how it is. Let's just see if this is really this person's energy or they're being manipulated by a third party. Okay, because I do see somewhat of a third party here interfering. Spirit, let's clarify this Magician in reverse. This person could have a dark, like, this person could be into dark things, like maybe what they watch on TV, or maybe it's just they dress in dark colors. Maybe they just have a, like, you know, something about them when they get mad, it gets kind of dark, you know, for them. And then and you know, that's really like a sign of the times in a way. But let's see. The Chariot, wow, strong Cancer energy. Interesting, because we had the Magician reverse blocking the Chariot. And the Chariot is somebody who's moving towards you and moving forward in a good direction. The Chariot sometimes can represent a marriage or getting married, going off to getting married. It can be, you know, someone coming towards you, wanting to marry you. And with the Three of Wands in reverse, I feel like there was a talk about, you know, getting back together or getting back on track and looking towards the future, buying a home, getting engaged, having a baby, getting married, or, you know, if not, no baby, whatever, that's fine. Moving, maybe even retiring and moving in together, moving out of state, something like that. But something is blocking this. And there's interference here. There's a lot of interference. Okay, there's a lot of interference here, and it's blocking a blessing. Somebody's taking from this king here. Somebody's taking. That's why you're feeling you needed a break to sort this out, Taurus, because you're like, whoa, let's put the brakes on this because X, Y, and Z was promised and X, Y, and Z is not being delivered. And I feel like I'm putting so much more of my time and my effort into this, and I'm getting some, but I'm hitting like a brick wall of resistance. This is probably how you were feeling, Taurus, and I feel like this is going to change soon. Let's go on. Let's get a few more cards here. A lot of major arcana, 3 major arcana cards here. You know, 2 very positive and 1 very negative. 3 of Pentacles. There's 2 3s here, so it's definitely a third party. 3 of Pentacles is, you know, I don't think this third party is involved romantically with this other person, because I'm starting, especially with the Chariot here, I'm starting to think this is a romantic relationship, Taurus. I don't feel that this person is involved with this third party that can be have fire in their chart and earth in their chart, so they could Aries, Leo, Sag, or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo. Virgo is coming up strongly. The third party could be a Virgo, and they're manipulating this King of Cups in reverse here, with their time, with their resources, with their money, with their plans. But I don't see a romantic involvement. So this could be the person's ex, baby mama, baby daddy, somebody they have children with, like I said, baby mama, baby daddy. And now that they know, or this could be that you've been with this person for a long time, the third party could feel like, okay, this is really it for my ex and their person, meaning you, Taurus. But I need more from this person as far as monetary concerns, as far as child care, as far as whatever. And that's probably why you're like, you know, no, because that person is from your past. I'm in your present, or I'm in your future. And it shouldn't be this way. So there's a stronghold on this person here. So I'm getting a lot of male energy here. masculine energy. But I feel like it's like a manipulation on the masculine. Let's see who this third party is. Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's somebody that this person was juggling for a long time, and no, they're no longer juggling this person. And that's what, okay. This person's ex, Taurus, for a while in the past, they were juggling you and this other person. I'm not saying that they were cheating. I'm just saying there was juggling, you know, giving to this and giving to you, or spending time with this, spending time with you. If they have children with this person, they were spending time with that person and the children at the same time together, which a lot of parents who co-parent and are not together do for the sake of the children. But then when they get into a relationship, that kind of changes, because then Taurus becomes the number one and the children spend time with one parent and Taurus, you, right? But I feel like when the third party felt the shift, that's when they started to pull on this King of Cups in reverse energy here. So your person's energy was being manipulated to go back to the way things were. Because I feel like this person has strong water in their chart for sure. So I feel like your person is empathic, and your person is also psychic at the same time too. Especially with the Chariot card and the Judgment card. They are psychic with the Magician. There's okay, so there's spell work going on. There's spell work going on. The third party is doing something with magic to control this person's brain, okay? To dominate their crown. And I can't tell you how common this is, okay? This happens a lot. I hear of it a lot. It's a very common thing. It's a very old school thing. It's been done for centuries, okay? So if you think that, you know, like, why is this happening to me? It happens to many people. And this is why we do these readings, so we can figure out. So there's definitely some type of black magic. Oh, no, I wouldn't say black. Well, it's pretty much black magic when you try to dominate somebody that you don't have any right to anymore. Yes. That is baneful. That is chaotic. And that's interfering with someone's destiny. So if this King of Cups, if this strong Cancer energy, strong Scorpio energy is being manipulated by their ex, a third party, through magic, then that is wrong. That's messing with someone's free will. And things like that backfire, Taurus. And you probably know that, Taurus. Okay? Things like this backfire. But however, it has not, I mean, I feel like you guys are in separation now. So I feel like right now, the third party is winning. But Spirit has your back. So if you've been manifesting, I see in the future, you do a lot of work, inner work, and maybe, you know, lighting candles and asking Spirit for a sign and asking what's going on and seeing like that. This is your confirmation right here that this ex is doing domination work on your person. And that's why you guys are not speaking. Do I think that this ex wants them back? No. I think this ex wants to be the puppet master. Okay? This ex, whether they've moved on or not, it really doesn't matter. Sometimes when they move on, it's great because then they're happy. But a lot of times if they're a control freak, it doesn't matter if they moved on or not. Okay? Because they just want what they want when they want it. Okay? So I don't feel, there is a third party, but I don't feel it's physical. I don't feel it's sexual. I don't feel like there's an affair. I just feel there's a lot of manipulation, and it's intentional. There's intention behind it. Okay? So let's see what else goes on here. This is very common, Taurus. This is very, very common. And the Scorpio full moon, you know, we're still in the energy now. Depending on when you're listening to it, it's still the right time for you to hear it. You know, it's a good time to, you know, release this. You can, you know, you can go outside in the moon, and you can, whenever you can, maybe even later tonight or tomorrow morning, wherever you're listening to this. Okay, the moon still is full, you know, for a while. We still have the energy for the next 72 hours, or even like days after, because it's still quite full. and you can release this. If you want this person back, you know, it's up to you, Taurus. If you're like, you know what, I don't want to be with somebody who's constantly being manipulated by a third party who wants us to suck them dry of their resources. Because you could be saying to yourself, you know, the King of Cups reverse, whoever this person is to you, your person that you're not speaking to, should realize this. But they don't. They don't. And I feel like you said something, Taurus, and they're like, you're crazy. You know, because a lot of people don't believe in this stuff. A lot of people don't believe in magic and energy, and it's not that, and it's because they just don't, a lot of them just don't have time to sit and learn about it, which is understandable. But I know you do, because you wouldn't be here listening to this, right? So I know you picked up on this already. This person refuses to believe that they're being manipulated and controlled, but this full moon could, you know, end this spell. It could very well, the full moon in Scorpio could very well, break the spell. And Taurus, if you feel like, you want this person back and you don't want any interference, by all means, if you really feel you're meant to be with this person, this is your chariot, this is your knight in shining armor, this is your female in shining armor, then I say go for it. Because I mean, if that was in my marriage, I wouldn't like that, So, whether you're married or not, married, partnered up, domestic partners, long-term partners, same thing. 5 of Wands in the reverse. I feel like things are going to start to get better. I definitely feel like, Taurus, maybe you're thinking about, lighting some candles, doing some work with a candle magic and stuff like that to release it. Maybe get a moon candle and release it, maybe black candles, red candles, white candles, whatever, to release this, to release the stronghold, to cancel, clear, delete the spell, with harm to none, of course. You always say that. If you really truly feel like this person is your person, because I feel like there's love there between the two of you. I do. I just think this third party, wants to have your person at their beck and call, especially when it comes to taking care of the children or dealing with the children, But like I said, I'm not picking up on an affair or seduction. I'm picking up on mind manipulation and mind control. And if that's the third party's wish to be back with this person, as much as I see the spell and the domination, I don't feel this person is going to allow that. So I feel like your person can be telling you, no, you're wrong, you're crazy, I don't believe in this, I don't believe in that. But at the same time, they're starting to recognize that they're like, every time this ex calls, they go running. And, maybe they haven't realized why. And now they're starting to realize in your absence, in your silence. Taurus, your silence is speaking volumes right now. It's very loud, and the Spirit is saying, continue to be silent. Work with Spirit. Work with Spirit, work with the divine, work with this moon energy, and stand firm in your beliefs, because this is confirmation that what you're saying, what you're picking up on is right. Okay, there is witchcraft involved here. Okay, so let's see what else comes up here. People want to play with magic. Not good. It's going to backfire. Page of Pentacles. I think your person is slowly moving, trying to come back towards you. Or I feel like you're going to get a message from Spirit with this Page of Pentacles here that things are slowly starting to, the dark energy is starting to break up a little bit. And light is starting to come in. And that this will not be the case moving forward. But it's not going to be something that happens right away. Okay? you're going to be receiving a download or a message coming through. I think it comes more through the ethers, not like on the physical. It could be. It could be a message from a bird, a messenger. Like you ask for signs and spirit gives it to you, and you're going to get the sign that it might take a while to get back on track with this person, but this stronghold is dissipating. Like I'm saying, what I'm saying is, I see a lot of darkness, but I see then I start to see like interference in the darkness. Like there starts to be shades of gray and shades of light, and that's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye right now for you for this spell. So the status of this spell is starting to weaken. Okay, and that has to do with you being silent and you know, kind of like trusting in your magic, trusting in what you're doing, you know, to release this, to get answers, because you can sense that this person has you on their mind constantly. They're not understanding how, like, what's going on with them, but they remember what you said. I don't know if they're ever going to fully admit it to you, Taurus, but you're going to notice a difference. You know, so I feel this person is slowly going to reach out. Or you might get the messages that the person is nearby. And, you know, they might try to start to come towards you slowly. Because that's how they were in the past with the Chariot. Full speed ahead. They knew what they wanted. They knew what they wanted, you Taurus. But then this thing hit. But Spirit is always watching. And I feel like your work is releasing this. And whatever you're doing, you could just be praying, meditating. You could, or like I said, you could be, you know, full-blown candles, crystals, the whole 9 yards, trying to get answers, trying to release this so that you guys can get back on track. And I see that it's working, Taurus. So don't stop. If this person's worth it to you, because I feel like you have a strong feeling for this person. This person really didn't mean to, you know, kind of like, you know, I feel like they expected you to do a lot with them than you were ready to do. Or maybe that they just got, you know, they were just started to get pulled in another direction. Sort of as that you guys had going on together, whatever it was. It was like you were doing more of the work. So maybe you had something going on with this romantic partner. Maybe you were planning your wedding. Maybe you're planning your engagement. You're planning to buy a home. You were planning to go in business together. Something. Or you were planning to move in. You know, whatever. And then all of a sudden this person started to act weird and always have to do things for the ex. And that caused you to block them, to get mad. I would get mad, you know. But it looks like witchcraft. It looks like spell work. To dominate and control. Six of Swords. You're moving on towards calmer waters here. And in this deck, it's usually someone steering the boat and then there's two people here. But here it's just nobody. It's just one person with all their swords. But moving on towards calmer waters. And I feel like in your absence, that's when the Chariot will start to, like, you know. So Spirit is saying, you know, stay the course. Move on towards calmer waters doesn't necessarily move on and go find somebody else. It means just move on from this. Knowing that what you did, that knowing what you manifested or what you tried to eliminate is working. Because if we manifest, or if we do some type of ceremonial magic, or we're praying or we're meditating, whatever it is that we're doing to create a different outcome, Taurus, the best way to have the outcome actually happen is to move away from it, right? So you do the ceremony, you do the prayer, you do the meditation, you do the offering, right? With love and light, right? And lots of protection. And then you move on with your day, with your week, with your month, right? And then, you know, maybe by the new moon it manifests. It could be sooner than that. It could take a little longer, because like the Page of Pentacles is a slow moving energy. but it's solid and it's grounded. So the darkness has definitely been shattered a little bit. So that's really interesting here. That's really interesting. Knight of Pentacles reversed. This, I don't know, I feel like, Taurus, I feel like it's affecting you. And the more you think about it, the more you might be like, you know, why do I have to do this? But Spirit is saying, hold on. Just have patience, because this takes time. But if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, you know? Let me pull 3 more cards here. This is crazy. Life is crazy, right? And we know that people do this. It's not if, it's what, right? Especially when it comes to controlling someone to do what they want, bend at your will. There's all these crazy types of spells out there that people do to get people to do what they want for them. And it can destroy, it destroys lives. And nothing good, in the end, nothing good comes out of it, because many people will go down and the saboteur will pay that karma horribly. You might not find out about it. You might not ever hear about it. Or you might. But I feel like, Taurus, don't give up, because there's a crack in the foundation of the darkness, and all that Spirit requires of you is to, like, you know, just believe in what you did, believe in what you put out there, your intentions, what they said, all for the good, and don't get discouraged. With the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, you can get very discouraged and give up, and that's not what Spirit wants you to do. 3 more cards. 3 more cards, Spirit, for the advice. The advice for Taurus. Getting back on track. Still juggling. So your person's still going to be juggling, because I feel that this person has children. Okay, let me know in the comments, guys. And they have to see this person. Okay? But I also feel like there's going to be a release of emotions as well. You know? And able to compartmentalize, you know, how they spend time with their children. Because that's very important. And who they spend their children, who they have around their children, is also extremely important, right? Now, if this person doesn't have children, okay, then this ex is just pulling on them for stupid reasons. Maybe they still have a house together or a business together. I don't think so. Okay, I think maybe for a very few of you, there could be pets involved that they have shared custody. But I feel for many of you, this is children, okay? The Hangman, Pisces energy. Yeah, it looks like, you know, the Spirit wants you to have like change your view on it. Change your perspective on, you know, what's going on. Now that you know the reason why your person is acting this way is due to, you know, spell work. This person really doesn't want to be this way. They're being controlled by a dominant force. And it's not fair and it's not cool. Okay? So that's why Spirit is saying, look at it a different way. Because they're trying to not listen to what you said. They're trying to, like, that's why they're pissed at you in a way. And that's also how the spell is working, for you guys to argue about this. And, you know, Spirit is saying when someone's under some type of domination, you can't always, you know, get mad at what they do, because they don't understand what they're doing. They don't but I feel like your person is starting to understand. Like I said, when I saw that blackness and then I started to see cracks of gray and white coming through, I could see that the darkness is dissipating slowly. So you need to have patience, and you need to see it from a different lens, Taurus. Ace of Swords. You're going to get back together. You're definitely going to get back together. You're going to get back on track. The spell is going to break. You're going to hear from this person. You're going to hear from your person. And you're going to start on a new path. And the time spent... I'm looking at these 2 pentacles and looking at these 2 white roses. The time spent with their children will be time spent with you and the children, and not the ex and the children. So Spirit wants you to know, just hold on. It could take some time, but believe in your own magic and believe in your own self-worth and believe in how you feel. If you know that this person is meant for you, because I feel that this person is meant for you, then it will work out and the spell will be broken. And the third party is going to, you know, pay that karma, however they pay the karma. You know, depends on if they did it themselves or they paid somebody. It could take a while to come out. But I feel like because of what you're doing on the spiritual sense, which is, you know, all of love and light and with no harm to none, that it's going to help your person understand. And they may never admit it, Taurus. Just understand that they may never admit it, but they will know that there's something wrong with their ex. They will know. And it's not going to happen again. So the choice is yours. I'm going to pull a Nature's Whispers Oracle card for you to see what else Spirit has to say. Your spirit guides, your ancestors, your angels. What do they want Taurus to know about this situation? Hope and happiness. My God. Oh my God. My goodness. This is beautiful. Look at this card. Hope and happiness. Number 48. Now somebody can be 48. Or 4 plus 8 is 12. That could be a significant number for you. Hope and happiness. See, Spirit wants you to have faith, you know, be hopeful, you know, but try not to, you know, like I said, moving on, but not moving on with someone else, just moving on to, you know, understand what's going on. Because, you know, when we hear about people doing things like this, it's like, it can be mind-boggling, you know, as to why they want to hold on to someone that they know is not meant for them. And they really don't understand what they're doing, nor do they believe in karma, you know, so that's what you're dealing with. That's what they're dealing with. Okay, so let's see. You have reached a time filled with healing energy, new progress, and satisfaction. You are at a point for festivity. The energy in this phase is supportive and promotes a feeling of winning. See, Taurus? You're winning. Let worries or challenges from the past fade away as you focus on the joy that is surrounding you. Feel encouraged and excited about the potential of all the wonderful promises that are being kept. Celebrate and enjoy your life. That's beautiful, Taurus. That's very confirming that what you're doing is right. Waiting it out is right. Not speaking to them at this point is right. Let them figure it out. Let your magic work. And happiness will return. And when it returns, it's going to be stronger than ever. So just hang in there, Taurus, okay? You know, people do this. And I think the third party is going to learn their lesson. Because we had the Judgment card there. And that's from Source. That's coming from some Source. You know, your angels, your guides, the archangels, seeing what's going on. And it will work in your favor. And I don't think you're going to have this problem anymore. So I'm wishing you much love, light, many unexpected blessings. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.